Did I watch? Oh, you're talking about the Jake Paul Woodley
Yeah.
fight? I did watch it. My son was sleeping next to me, and so I couldn't have volume on, but I bought it on my phone and watched it on my phone.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I know.
I hate this.
It looked like there was a lot of that sort of what you talk about with where inexperienced fighters just keep clashing.
I don't think it's an experience. I think Jesus Christ. I think
That's
it
so
was
fucking-
That was
That
awful.
was crazy.
because they fought each other before and they knew the strength of each one. It's tough in rematches, man. It's like when I fought Andre Arlovsky, we were training partners, so you get a boring fight. 'Cause
Right.
you know what the other one wants to do really well. You know what you think he knows what you're going to do, so you're tentative. That was my takeaway from it. I was like, in the first 5 rounds, like, holy shit, fellas. And I thought Woodley was going to go for broke because his back was against the wall. He's lost 5 fights in a row.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, dude. And he really didn't. And then
Yeah.
thank God it ended like this because it would have hurt Jake Paul's stock so bad if it would have went to decision like
Right.
that for 8 rounds. Like,
Boy,
it was rough.
Boy, that fucking
That knockout
horrible.
was furious. But now it's off to the races for Jake Paul. Now you're getting big boy names.
Yeah.
You're getting, the Nate Diaz's, the Conor McGregor's, Jorge Masvidal's, Anderson Silva's.
Really?
Everyone's coming after him now. Now you're getting the big boys.
Yeah,
because you got their
goddamn.
attention. You do that to Hall of Famer and Woodley, you're getting their attention.
Yeah.
So now it's off to the races for Jake
Now
Paul.
everybody wants a piece of that.
Now people are
Yeah,
willing
he
to play
was
ball.
calling out everybody.
Now people are willing to play ball with the
And
boy.
who would you put him up right now for what fight would you like to see?
Yeah.
I would love a Nate Diaz. I think the Nate Diaz build up would be fantastic.
It would, right?
Wow.
Because I think whoever he picks, he's gonna be an underdog next.
He's got his
It's gonna be a
hands
tough
full.
fight.
He's got his hands full.
I think the worst case scenario for him is, and I think he's the highest on their odds to fight next. The worst case would be Anderson Silva. I don't think he's beating Anderson Silva.
No.
Anderson just beat Julio Chavez Jr., who's a multi-time world champion. That'd be a nightmare for him. Anderson's very slick.
shit.
Be a
Too
nightmare
slick.
for him. But they, I guess Logan was potentially supposed to fight Anderson Silva. I knew that for that was supposed to go down. So they say Anderson Silva is the most likely the next guy. I don't like that for him. I don't think it's as big of a draw as like a Diaz or McGregor. But the
Right.
thing is, with McGregor and Diaz, Dana White's gonna have to play ball, and he hates Jake Paul. But I do think Dana realizes that they're gonna do it regardless. So you might as well cash in on it.
Yes.
So I think he allows one of those two to do it.
Can someone like Nate Diaz retire from the UFC and then
Nope.
fight? He cannot.
Nope. You have to fight out your contract.
Wow.
Because if you just retire, your contract gets frozen.
How many fights you got left?
One more. I think because he didn't fight, it prolongs it. So
6 months.
It's tough, dude. If you don't fight, it just prolongs the contract. So he wants to fight in January. So he could fight in January and then fight Jake. Q2 of 2022. Like I'm retired, right? It didn't terminate my contract. If I came back tomorrow, I was like, hey, I'm back. The UFC owns my
Wow.
contract.
Wow.
I still have, I think, 3 fights on there.
Damn.
So you're never getting out of it until you fight out of it.
You want to fight?
How many? Yeah. How many fights
No,
do
I'm
they
saying
give
you and me.
What?
Like on a
Yeah, I'll fight you
contract,
right now.
sorry.
What? Usually they do 6 fight deals.
6 fights. Oh, okay.
They lock
6
you in
fights.
for 6 fights, so you can't jump around it elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's interesting about Francis. Francis has 1 fight left on his contract. They wanted to renegotiate. He was like, "Nah, you need to pay me more money." So he's risking it now. He's fighting Cyril Gahn, and he's hoping once he becomes champ, he'll have more leverage to either negotiate with the UFC and get paid big bucks,
Yeah.
or he wants to jump ship and fight like a Tyson Fury. That's his plan.
He's
I don't advise it, but
No.
I got into his agent about it. I'm like, I don't like that for him, man.
No.
He's like, but I know the pay's good. I just don't like that for him.
no.
B, how was McGregor able to do that Mayweather fight?
Because Dana and the UFC were co-promoters. The UFC has to be in on it. And I think Dana, he's such a smart dude. It's going to happen. I guarantee you Jake fights Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor. Now, Dana can play hardball and go, nope, we don't want to be part of it. And Conor and Nate only have 1 or 2 fights left on the contract.
Okay.
So you can have them fight and do their thing, and then when they get out, that fight's happening, dude. So if I'm Dana, I'm like,
It's gonna happen
might as well do it under my watch.
Yeah,
I might as well get a piece of this shit.
Connor's interesting because he's a much smaller guy than
190 right now.
he's 190 now. Yeah.
What's
but
Jake?
what does that do to his speed and his?
Yeah, who
the advantage
knows?
he has? Yeah, and his endurance.
Yeah, I know. He's always had an issue with endurance.
That's a problem.
But I do think Jake
can crack.
I do think Jake's next fight, whoever it is, he's gonna be an underdog for the first time.
Well, what I see about Jake that's like really when he gets in there, he just throws that bop bop bop, and he's just explosive.
Yeah, speed. Yeah. At some point, these people with disrespect. It's like, yeah, at some point, you gotta give the kid some respect.
100%.
He's 4-0. He's knocked out every opponent in
Yeah.
his face. Look at I challenge you, any boxer, Floyd, Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson. Look at their first 4 fights.
Right.
Jake has fought tougher opponents
Correct.
than anybody else in the world at 4-0.
Correct.
And knocked them out, dude.
Well,
at a high level,
he's
like
what, 3
in front
years
of
into
millions of
boxing?
people.
Gets into the ring. He trains really hard. He gets in the ring
Uh-huh.
in front of all those people and puts it all on the line. Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You do that. That's fucking hard to do and scary.
Yeah, at some point,
It's
you
not
got to
easy.
give him some credit with it. man.
I do.
And
I give
he
him-
started 3 years ago?
Yeah, dude.
Did
he
he,
was terrible. He was 3 years ago. He was terrible.
Yeah, you said Wilder started late in the game too, right?
Tommy Fury did. Wilder started when he's like 21, 22.
Oh,
He's-
Heavyweight's different, though. Heavyweight, you can get a lot away
He's
with a lot
taking it
more.
very seriously.
okay.
And I think his brother is too, right? Isn't Logan training?
Logan a little different. Jake's doing, really wants a
Jake's
career.
one of them.
Logan's
He wants a career.
Logan's looking for the Mike Tysons, the Connors. That's it. He's not fighting anybody else, and that's a huge payday.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not trying to the best matchup. He's just toughest guy, biggest name, most
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Jake's looking for an actual career.
Is
There's a
Jorge
big difference.
Masvidal a nightmare for Jake?
Tough fight.
Yeah.
Tough fight, but Masvidal's not happening unless the UFC plays balls. But
Yeah.
because he's tied up in that contract.
But Nate Diaz would be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Nate's had a lot of experience against guys who can crack.
It's a great fight,
Yeah.
and just the build up, them talking shit
That'd
to
be
each other and
fun.
stuff.